Today I will begin my teaching session project for Brittany Finley, class MT Teaching, and my PowerPoint will be over HIV and AIDS. My name is Kiana Keys. First, I will start off with my comprehensive part of the PowerPoint, and it will basically begin telling how my target audience should know the do's and don'ts of having sex, no matter if you're gay or bisexual. Second, we'll go into my psychomotor, and the people that will be participating in my session will be able to list different ways and steps of avoiding HIV and AIDS on different levels. And cognitively, at the end of the class, my participants will be able to know how to approach sex, mainly the right way. As far as wrong, everyone can list what they think is wrong about approaching sex, and you may get the same answer from everyone, but you would love to let everybody put their 2 cents in about the right approach of sex as far as HIV and AIDS. What is HIV? It's basically a virus that attacks human beings. So if you're a human being, you're able to get this virus. It weakens the immune system, and the virus can repeat itself by taking over every cell in your body. No matter if you're young or old, HIV is not afraid of no one. You're a human being, you're liable to get this disease. AIDS, it runs into comparison to HIV. I said previously that HIV was a disease, but I guess I should have said more of that for AIDS. AIDS is something that you inherit from your mom, your dad, and stuff after birth. Well, not after birth. You get it you can get it through birth, from, I guess, just living in the house with your siblings and other family members. If they have it, you're liable to get it. And in comparison to HIV, it attacks the immune system, which the immune system fights diseases and infections off. People get AIDS when the immune system is real weak and lack of the things that should be making it work. So it begins to slowly fade away and fall into a position of, if you have the AIDS, it's going to attack you real hard. And as far as the symptoms for this AIDS, it's just a single disease, because it put illness in a wide range of complications throughout the body. Statistics and facts. I ran across some facts that were recent as far as 2014, not much 2015, but 2014 wasn't as realistic as what I have found for 2013. There are more than 1 million people that are living with HIV. More with HIV than there is AIDS. It was saying that since the beginning of time, 78 million people had concentrated HIV, and close to 39 million have died from AIDS. So I would say the rate of them both, AIDS is the less common for people to catch. It's more people getting HIV now. I found 2 main symptoms of the HIV infection and the AIDS disease. They gave us the acute of HIV, and I guess it was just like the looking in throughout the body for AIDS. Well, actually both. And it shows where both of them are getting attacked from both of the diseases. HIV is getting, it seemed like it attacks more in the body than AIDS. So maybe that's why the rate of getting HIV is so high than AIDS. Short-term effects, I think that I love to talk about this one more than any other slides. I felt comfortable talking about this one. I love the picture that I found to go on this. It said HIV can only affect human beings. Yes, and most people say that if you're human beings, you're able to get HIV. So I like that one too. Short term, you can get nausea, vomiting. In comparison to anybody getting sick and nausea and vomiting, it doesn't last as long. But as far as this being a short term, if you're having nausea, diarrhea, mood and sleep problems, rash, headaches, sexual problems, and tiredness at the same time, but only for a short period of time, you should feel a little cautious, because if I was to get these symptoms, I would immediately go to the doctor or want to look up or research and learn more about HIV. But since I did this PowerPoint, I've learned more than I've ever known about HIV. And I think if I ever get diarrhea and I be nausea at the same time, I'm going to question something. But I have nothing to worry about that. People that get tired, that's very common for people to get tired. I don't know. I can't put myself in anyone's shoes about sexual problems. I never get headaches. So people that feels the same about me, about nausea and diarrhea, and that's not really a most common sickness that people get, I'm pretty sure they're going to question and ask people around, like, why am I having those same problems? Rash, I would think, I've seen a lot of people with rashes that I'm pretty sure doesn't have HIV nor AIDS. So it's just, I think it's more of all these things taking place at once, only for a short period of time. So people should really look into this and understand it and see how it works. Long-term effects, this was very hard for me to sum up. I try and find a diagram to sum it up for everyone so you can take a good look at it. As far as this, long term is basically like if you deny that you are HIV positive or you have AIDS. You could know every sign and symptom that is going on throughout your body, but if you continue to run from it, that could be considered a long-term effect, because it will begin to deteriorate and eat away your bones and your skin. So it mostly happened in some older people, that when it begins to mess with their skin and deform. And I placed in my PowerPoint, it's also known that some side effects only develop in long terms. For example, some HIV drugs can cause liver and kidney problems. So as far as people knowing what's going on inside of them, they just have to pay attention. So for so long, if you're having a stomach ache and you're going on and you're not really comparing it to if it hurted worse the day before, or it doesn't hurt bad now, or if your kidneys are bothering you but it don't hurt the next day and it don't bother you the next day, and if you don't be aware of it and go to the doctor, you'll never know. So it'll be considered as a long-term effect. Practicing safe sex. For this PowerPoint, I place my activity, and my activity is Simon Says. This one is going to be a little difficult. I try to incorporate this game as far as like it would be optional. You'll play. If you get chosen, you either could say something real easy, answer the question that somebody asked, real simple, blunt, however. But 4 ways to protect yourself that's what the Simon Says game is going to be about. So you pay attention to me, you do what I said. So I'll say, Simon says, pretend that you are going to protect yourself from sex. So everyone would raise a hand and tell me how they would want to protect themselves from sex. And it's that's like explaining how they would sterilize needles, just basically explaining the steps in different ways and getting everyone's opinions about abstinence, monogamous relationships. So that's how my game would go. Multiple intelligence, I mainly just explained how slide 2, slide 8, and slide 9 was prepared and what I felt about those slides. And I try not to go into too much detail because I explained those slides in a different way than what I presented now on this slide. So this will be sum up my PowerPoint, and as I come to a conclusion, this is my source page, and I put all the website that I use and all the stuff that I took from the social site, and I cited everything into my PowerPoint. And this is some more information that Miss Brittany Finley can go on and click and see that I really didn't steal or plagiarize. And that will be it. My name is Kiana Keys, and I hope that you guys loved my presentation. Thank you. Bye.